Good morning, students. Let's take a look at our morning message. June 4th, 2020. Dear students, guess what? Oh, I better give it a little more oomph. Guess what? Tomorrow, my 100th video will be uploaded. Uploaded. Do you know what uploaded means? Uploaded means when I make a video and then I put it up into the internet onto my channel. So tomorrow my 100th video will be uploaded. Remember how in school we celebrated 100 days of school? Well, this isn't 100 days, this is 100 videos. How many ways can you count to 100? Throwing in a little math today. What numbers can you add to make 100? Okay, so I've asked you two math questions. I'm asking you, how many ways can you count to 100, and what numbers can you add to make 100? Okay, so I hope you're going to email me some math answers. It'll be fun to get some math today, something a little bit different. And instead of reading a social studies kind of book today, I'm just going to read one storybook to you today because we're kind of getting ready for the 100th video tomorrow. So I hope you really enjoy this one. It's called Little Red Hot. Little Red Hot. And on the front, I see a younger girl on a horse. And it looks like the story setting is in the desert because I see like a cactus. Well, actually, it doesn't look too deserty because there's some regular trees and it's a little yellow, dry looking, but there is a cactus. And behind the cactus, I see a wolf. Do you see that wolf? And there's Little Red Hot by Eric A. Kimmel, illustrated by Huliska-Beith. And on the back, I see, looks to me like a wolf in bed with a little white cap on and a nightgown. I wonder what that's going to be about. Little Red Hot. Are you already starting to guess what traditional tale this might be a version of? Little Red Hot by Eric Kimmel. On the title page, I see the girl riding along on her horse, and now I'm seeing some other more kind of deserty things, kind of like a cliff or a bluff. That's actually called a mesa. A mesa, like table in Spanish. A mesa is a flat kind of cliff in the desert, and there's some trees, and there's a little house with a little person in the bed. Does that look like a granny? Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a little bitty Texas gal called Little Red Hot. Okay. Oh my goodness. She's sitting outside her house eating chili peppers. Oh, and there's a sign on the fence. It says, "Warning, hot pepper zone." And she is just eating chili peppers. Look at her. Just eating them. Wow, even the chickens, the hens, maybe the rooster and the hen are looking and wondering, I think, what's up with that. Oh, and look, there's peppers all around on this side of the page. Folks called her that because she loved to eat red hot chili peppers. She ate peppers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She ate pepper ice cream for dessert. She had hot pepper cake for her birthday with jalapenos on top instead of candles. Folks used to say that Little Red Hot could eat fire out of a stove. Little Red Hot would answer, "No, I couldn't do that. Fire ain't hot enough." Ain't, that means like isn't, right? Fire ain't hot enough. Okay, so there she is. Maybe that's chilies for breakfast. There's chilies on her birthday cake. And there she is. We can see the inside of her little house, of her little kind of cabin. One day, Little Red Hot's mama said to her, "Little Red Hot, I heard from Grandma today. She's feeling poorly. I think she has a cold. Could you drop by and look in on her? She'd feel so much better to see you." "I'll do that, Mama," Little Red Hot said. "I'll bake hot pepper pie, Grandma's favorite. It'll knock those cold germs right out of her." Yeah, so some people think that eating chili peppers, actually scientifically they know, eating chili peppers can be good for you, and some people think it's especially good to help you if you have a cold. The recipe book says, the joy of cooking with hot peppers. So the little hen looks like she got out Little Red Hot's cookbook. Little Red Hot got busy in the kitchen. In no time at all, she had mixed up a hot pepper pie. She used Louisiana hot sauce instead of milk and filled the crust with eggs, cheese, and the hottest chili peppers she could find. Jalapeno peppers that could make a grown man weep. Cry. Tabasco peppers that could knock over a longhorn. A longhorn is like a cattle, a kind of cattle with big horns. Habanero peppers that could take the paint off a wall. And Naga Jolokayas from India. Ooh, Naga Jolokayas. Naga means snake in India. One of the hottest peppers in the world. Warning. Oh my gosh, she put 4 different kinds of hot peppers. Each one came with a warning label. Little Red Hot put the pie in the oven to bake. She didn't have to turn the oven on. That pie was so hot, it baked itself. The pie was so hot, it baked itself. That's kind of sounding like a tall tale. Okay, and there's the recipe. I'm going to turn upside down. Can we see the recipe? Oh, wow. You can actually read the recipe upside down. That's funny. There's all the different peppers. Little Red Hot got on her pony and set off for Grandma's house. Along the way, she met up with Pecos Bill and his cowboys. Oh, Pecos Bill, that is a character from A Tall Tale. Hey, Little Red Hot, where are you going? They called to her. I'm taking a hot pepper pie to Grandma. She has a cold, Little Red Hot said. Now you be careful on your way to Grandma's house, said Pecos Bill. We just talked to 3 little tamales. They say that Senor Lobo, the big bad wolf, is prowling around the neighborhood. You keep an eye out for him. That is so funny. Okay, so there she, oh, well, hold on. It says, I'll do that, Pecos Bill. Little Red Hot promised. So here she got on her horse. And here you can see close up. Look, there's 3 little tamales. Those are the 3 little tamales. Who could they be like? Maybe the 3 little, did you guess, pigs? Maybe they're like the 3 little pigs, but they're the 3 little tamales. And there's Pecos Bill with his buddies, with his cowboys. And he's a character from A Tall Tale, right? Oh, ooh. No sooner had Pecos Bill and the cowboys ridden out of sight when Little Red Hot saw a big gray animal loping toward her. Loping means kind of running with a certain kind of smooth action, loping toward her. Hold it right there! Don't you come any closer, Little Red Hot yelled. I know who you are. You're Senor Lobo. Pecos Bill warned me about you. The big gray animal stopped running. You got me all wrong, miss, he said. I'm not Senor Lobo. I'm Senor Coyote. I may be tricky, but I wouldn't hurt a fly. You're mighty big for a coyote, Little Red Hot said. Well, you're a mighty smart little girl, and pretty too. Where are you going? I'm going to visit my grandma. She's feeling poorly, said Little Red Hot. Oh, what a good little girl you are. You tell your grandma I hope she feels better. And off he went. Okay, so here's when she runs in to that character. And here the character explains, no, he is not Senor Lobo. He is Senor Coyote. Coyote. What do you think? Believe that? Of course, that big gray animal wasn't Senor Coyote at all. It was Senor Lobo, and Little Red Hot had no business talking to him. But it was too late to do anything about that now. Even worse, Senor Lobo knew a shortcut that took him straight to Grandma's house. he stepped up to the front door and knocked. Okay, so here we can see she's gone off this way, and it has some action lines showing how he's jumping here and there and taking a shortcut to Grandma's house. And there he is knocking on the door. Little Red Hot, is that you? Grandma said. Senor Lobo made his voice sound like Little Red Hot's. Yes, Granny, I heard you were sick. I hope you're feeling better. I feel better already now that you're here. Come on in. Ooh, wow. Wow, the silhouette, the outline of his nose in the window looks kind of scary, huh? And there's Granny with her little cat on the bed. She says, come on in. Senor Lobo did just that. Grandma let out a yelp when she saw him. Grandma was sick, but she wasn't slow. She jumped out the window and ran. Wow, and the cat ran away too. Well, I'm glad they escaped. I'll catch her later, Senor Lobo said. He rummaged through Grandma's clothes until he found a spare nightcap and nightgown. He put them on and hopped into bed just as Little Red Hot arrived. Howdy, Grandma. It's Little Red Hot. I'm sorry you don't feel good. Why is your front door open? To let in the breeze, darling. To let in the breeze. The breeze is like the wind, the fresh air, right? Senor Lobo said. I bought you a surprise. I brought you a surprise, Grandma. Little Red Hot went into the kitchen. She cut a big wedge of hot pepper pie and put it on a plate. She carried it to Grandma's bedroom. Okay, so here he's rummaging. Rummaging is when you're kind of like tearing through something, looking for something. Okay, so that's where he was rummaging through the drawers to get the nightgown and the nightcap. And there, he's in the bed. You can see just his nose and his teeth. And she's cutting a wedge of hot pepper pie for him. Senor Lobo lay on the bed with the covers pulled up to his nose. Little Red Hot looked at him real hard. Grandma, what big eyes you got? The better to see you with, darling, Senor Lobo said. Grandma, what big ears you got? The better to hear you with, darling, Senor Lobo said. Wow. Oh, and look at those pop-out words. Big eyes, big ears. So there she's looking at the eyes. There he's pointing to his ears, saying he could hear her better. Grandma, what big teeth you got? Now, don't say another word, because I know what they're for, said Little Red Hot. What are they there for, darling? Senor Lobo asked. They're for eating this hot pepper pie I made just for you. Little Red Hot shoved that wedge of pie into Senor Lobo's mouth. Oh, wow. There she goes, just pushing that pie in there. To say he yelled wouldn't do him justice. He hollered so loud, space aliens could have heard him over in the next galaxy. He didn't go out the front or the back. He shot straight up like a rocket, right through the ceiling of Grandma's bedroom, trailing fire and smoke as he left. Oh my gosh, the pie was so hot it just made him explode out of the house. Wow, that's amazing that her grandma was going to eat that, and she eats that, but it's too hot for the wolf. That's when Pecos Bill and the cowboys arrived. Grandma told us Senor Lobo came by. Where is he? Little Red Hot pointed up at the hole in the ceiling. He went that-a-way. I don't suppose he'll be back. Would y'all like to stay for supper? I got hot pepper pie for everyone. No thanks, Little Red Hot, Pecos Bill and the cowboys said. We're brave, all right, but not that brave. Okay, so they're not brave enough to eat Little Red Hot's pepper pie. And there's the wolf flying through the sky, through the ceiling and across the sky. So Little Red Hot and her grandma ate that hot pepper pie all by themselves, every last crumb. And guess what? It knocked those cold germs flat out, just as Little Red Hot had promised. Okay, so the pie made her all better. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that fun version of, what story do you think that's a version of? What traditional tale do you think this is a fun new version of? Maybe you could email me that too. And maybe you could email me, because I got to do something, right, at the end of the book. Maybe you could think, I'm thinking when I look back, and I'm trying to make a connection between this and the story I think it is a version of, and I'm trying to think of what's different and what's the same, right? And what characters, like Pecos Bill, he was kind of coming to the rescue, but of course Little Red Hot had rescued them already, but what character is he like? Or the little tamales, the 3 little tamales. What character do you think they're supposed to be? Do you remember? Or did I already give that away? Anyway, I hope you can write to me a little bit about Little Red Hot and what you think of this fun story. And like I said, I'll see you tomorrow with my 100th video that Joe is helping me with. Anyway, I hope you have a nice afternoon. Please be sure to keep washing your hands, cover your coughs and sneezes, do some reading, do some writing, help your family around the house. I love you guys. I miss you. Oh, bump.